Howdy do, and welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, the thing I promised I'd do at least once a month and then haven't done since like November, so I am sorry about that, and here we go. Because it's been a minute since we did a video over here because we have some plans going forward, and you'll see about those in the coming week, but until then, what better time to bring back Would You Rather? And if you've never played Would You Rather before and you'd like to play along as you watch, basically they'll ask us Would You Rather and give us two options, and we choose one of those options. In the comment section below, you can play along with your answers, and here we go. Like this is a experimental one they put up for you when you go onto the site. We press this button over here, and we get this scenario. Would you rather be on Guts or be on Legends of the Hidden Temple? Now, if you're like me, you actually know these shows because we're old. Oh no, but seriously, there were shows from like Nickelodeon, like way back in the day. They were both like contestant-like shows. Legends of the Hidden Temple had the giant, like kind of talking stone head. You can Google these things too if you don't know. Guts was more like an obstacle course, kind of endurance kind of a thing that like teams could compete on, and families and stuff like that too. It wasn't like even an adult thing. You could be a kid and compete on these things. You had to be above a certain age, I believe, though. But basically, Guts was one of those, more of like an endurance thing, like climbing and like, you know, upper body, lower body strength. Legends of the Hidden Temple was more of like a questionnaire that at the very end you went through this hidden temple that had both temple guards and the infamous Shrine of the Silver Monkey, which had 3 pieces, but it was apparently like the hardest puzzle to ever put together, ever. Apparently. Like the Master Emerald, since we just played through the Sonic Adventure games, had like 15 pieces, and Knuckles could do that eventually, right? But the Silver Monkey, 3 pieces, that was insanely difficult. With that being said, I'm not entirely sure what I actually would rather be on, because like Guts would be something that, especially because I'm trying to get into shape, would actually be like a really good test of how good in shape I was or was not in. But Legends of the Hidden Temple has the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, which I just trash talked as being easy. So if I wanted like the easy out, I'd go for Legends of the Hidden Temple. But I might actually pick Guts, just because most people might pick Legends of the Hidden Temple. This was a good show. It was a good show, all Mac and all that stuff. So I'll pick Guts. Yeah, that's what I figured. Most people would go with this, so I kind of went with this for like the pity pick. But yeah, that's a good starting question. Hopefully the next question ain't like terrible. Would you rather beat up a 7-year-old or beat up a 77-year-old? I just said, I hope the next question isn't terrible, so why didn't they give me a terrible question? And why this is a terrible question is obviously, if you beat up a 7-year-old, like that's not good in any world ever. What scenario could that ever be good unless that 7-year-old was literally like a world conquesting like villain of some sort at 7, in which case no, but still 77-year-old, I don't want to beat up a 77-year-old. Like, I'm not in the best of shape, but I am in kind of some shape, and so if I beat up a 77-year-old, it might take them out. That might be the end of them. That might not survive. That's a homicide in waiting. 7-year-old could at least survive. But also, they don't really say to the extent of beat. Like, what does it mean, beat up? Does it mean like back in high school, whenever you hit that next birthday age, you get punched in the arm for each year, so you turn 17. It's like 17 punches in the arm. They're not really super hard punches either, right? So if it'd be like a tap, 77 taps in an arm versus 7 taps. Again, 7-year-old probably could take it better, like a trooper. That's what they do. They literally run around a car while it's getting washed. The concrete's wet, slip, fall. Their knees just opened up now because they hit the concrete pretty hard. Just jump back up, keep running, because that's what kids do. They're wild. So I'm just saying, I'm not condoning either one of these, by the way. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna say the 7-year-old, because they can recover probably better. And also, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to like mug them to oblivion. It could just be like love taps. Yeah, 6. Nice. Yeah, the 7-year-old. Yes, exactly. There we go. Can we not? Would you rather go 1 year without your teeth or go 1 year without the internet? See, they're asking a millennial this question, but they're thinking they're asking a millennial this question that can like not survive without the internet. I'm very, very not materialistic and stuff like that. Now, granted, I am a creator online, so without the internet, that would hurt like the business side. Now that I actually like make money off of doing both YouTube and Twitch, so you know, without the internet, that there goes that. But beyond that, like teeth. Eating. Even one of my favorite foods of pizza, which is more of a softer food, right? It's like that you still kind of want teeth to chew that. Even if you get like the basic cheese pepperoni kind of a thing going on, you're going to want teeth to be able to consume those, or you have to survive off of like liquid foods, I guess. And I'm trying to think about it actually, because I was going to go without internet, because I don't really need it that much, right? Like I do have friends I like to stay connected to that I can only connect to with the internet at the moment right now, because people have moved or they're cross distance and stuff like that. Even some of the friends that are in local proximity, like maybe we hang out sometimes if it's like a rainy day or whatever, we game online. So like internet's definitely a lot more important than I think people think it is, but I could live without it. I don't know if I'd want to go with either of these though. Because teeth, I like to eat. Even if it's healthy food, I like to eat. It's just delicious food. If there's nothing else we've done, we've created food. I'm not going to spoil Dragon Ball Super if you want to watch Dragon Ball Super, but like one of the premises of why literally a god of destruction and the angel that accompanies them, like just don't destroy Earth or something like that, is because they're like, but the food's good. Humanity's made good food. I actually like their food. So Earth has to survive for now because I like eating Earth food, right? So I guess without internet. Now, obviously after the year, whatever you lost would come back, but I feel like just business-wise, I could buy teeth. I could I also need to get my wisdom teeth removed anyway, so I did. That one, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. That means it's a good question, because I don't like it. It's like Split the Room in Jackbox 5. Would you rather eat a rancid mixture of rotten egg and old fish, or bathe naked in vomit? I almost threw up finishing that question. That's disgusting. This one's also disgusting. We had such a good question to start off, and now it's like Fear Factor or something. I don't. Ugh. Let me take this one quick. I'm just gonna. Gross. Of course, maybe we could have cheated, because we like to cheat when we do these, and it could have been like, well, not necessarily human. It could have been like a swimming pool vomiting, in which case it's just more swimming pool. Ah, that would have actually been an alright one to go with then, because then it's just like we're bathing in like basically a chlorine bath. Okay, you know what? Here we go. Would you rather swallow 3 jawbreakers? What's a jawbreaker? I'm older, but I'm not. I think jawbreakers were from before my time, I think. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not, and this is really dumb, and someone's watching this like, I'm about to show everybody how stupid this person is. Jawbreaker, it was created in the year like 2005. You're definitely older enough to be alive in 2005. That's true. But, swallow 3 jawbreakers, or swallow a foot-long candy cane. This one's actually, I think, is a bit more dangerous, just if nothing else. I don't know about the jawbreakers, but I know a candy cane. That's the reason why people, when they do the swallow sword trick, the reason they do it is because they angle their head up enough that's kind of like a straight shot from their mouth to the stomach, so it can actually fit down there. But it's very dangerous to actually do. You can cut stuff. It's a sword and all that. Candy cane would have to kind of be like the same concept, and even though it's not as sharp, I feel like the initial swallowing part could really, like, you could gag. They do make mini candy canes though, so like I said, we're gonna cheat. Jawbreakers is probably a better option though. Just putting that out there. Would you rather natural childbirth or have an epidural? Would I rather? It doesn't say have natural childbirth, so I wouldn't be the one having the natural child birthing, the birthing of the child. It just says, would you rather natural? Well, childbirths happen all the time. There's probably like a bunch of babies that were born between the start of this video and the end of this sentence. Like that's I'm fine with children just being born in the world. Sure, okay. Would you rather break your leg or break your arm? Here's the thing. Story time. I got a cut. I don't even know how, and you can't see it. It's healed now, but it was a cut on like my pointer finger. And I didn't realize how like hindering this small cut would be, because I had to put a band-aid on it, so I couldn't really bend it. It was like a cut near here, so to wrap the band-aid here, couldn't bend this. I was trying to do things like just, you know, with Unity and stuff like that, designing stuff, and even try to play a game or something. I couldn't right-click on my mouse, like at all. So it was actually really bad. I had to use my left hand for stuff, and I'm not really left-handed, and so it just, if that small thing hindered me that much, I'm pretty sure breaking an entire arm would like actually be terrible. Again, I'm a creator. I do things like stream and make videos and stuff like that, and editing and stuff. So it's like, I don't want to break a leg instead, because I do love to run. I actually really love to run. It's one of the things I like to do every week at least. You know, go out and run a couple miles. It's very nice. Pop in my music. Just be me, right? But in terms of work, running doesn't do anything for me monetarily at the moment, right? Arms, I kind of need arms. Don't want to break my leg, because getting around and stuff would probably be very annoying. Things like going to the shower and stuff like that. It wouldn't be permanent, of course. It'd just be a temporary broke. But like still, like that would not be fun versus breaking my arm. Actually, I'm going to go with the breaking of the arm. I just thought about just by saying taking a shower and how much harder that would be with a broken leg and stuff like that. Like, ooh, no, actually no, because like showers used to come with like that bar in the middle, right? Like the bathtub. I mean, like you have a bathtub and that also has like a shower. It used to come with that bar that's in the wall, but like lately, apartments, houses, stuff like that, they don't do that anymore for whatever reason. So it's like I wouldn't be able to use that with my good working arms. Like hold it with one arm, shower with the other arm, and stand on one leg, because then I could balance my. I couldn't. Okay, yeah, actually no. We'll go with the arm and just hope it's my less dominant arm, and I could still actually do things then with my good arm, and we're fine. This is gonna heal eventually too. Sorry, left arm. If you were trapped in a cage, would you rather be chapped with a chapped? Yes, chapped. Would you rather have some chapped lips to go in this trapped cage, with a tamed tiger or with a rabid squirrel? Now, if I recall correctly, and don't quote me on this, I'm not no Coyote Peterson or something, right? But like, if I recall, when it comes to certain animals, right? Like, some of these that are actually dangerous are dangerous if they're provoked. If they're not provoked, I believe stuff like tigers and whatnot and sharks actually won't attack you. Now, if you be foolish and go like poke your head near it and stuff like that, even though you're not technically provoking it might still attack you. But I believe part of what, like, when people jump fences at zoos and stuff, it's partly a provoking thing, right? Like, they're not, like, the tiger isn't running around wild just in the cage on its own. You jumping in the cage makes it think something's going down. It needs to be alert, and then of course it jumps and attacks you. That being said, I don't know if that's 100% true. And the thing about the rabbit squirrel, while that would be potentially bad, squirrels are pretty fast, it's also still a squirrel. So the idea hopefully there is if you're going to have to deal with one of these animals anyway, you could deal with the squirrel because at least it's smaller, maybe you can contain it easier, or just play keep away a lot easier because it's a smaller thing. If the cage was only as big as like a bedroom and you're in there with a tiger, you only have so much mobility room, right? Like with a squirrel, it's faster, probably a bit more dangerous because it's rabid, but you also have a lot more room to dodge because it's smaller too. Right? That's my thinking. I don't know if that's good thinking, but it's my thinking. A lot of people go with the tame tiger because maybe I am right about the thing. If you don't provoke it, you can actually just chill in that cage with a tiger, at least until it's hungry, and you'd probably be fine. Oh, easy. Well, I say easy question. Would you rather have a baby dragon or a baby phoenix? Now, I said easy question because a phoenix is probably one of my favorite animals because of fire and stuff. But technically, dragons can breathe fire too. I'm still going to go with the phoenix because I think that would be awesome. But dragon, actually, that was a bit more of a split question than I thought it was going to be. But phoenixes. Okay, yes. Dragons are dope, though. But not all of them breathe fire, so there you go, right? Like, if you look at League of Legends, they have an Inferno Drake, but it's like an Ocean Drake, and it's like, well, you know, that's not fire. That's the opposite of fire. Hold on. Would you rather only speak in questions, only speak in movie quotes? Now, wouldn't this be an interesting dilemma? Like, what kind of conversation could you have if your questions were the only things that you can converse with? What would be your limits of those conversations? How would that even be possible? Could it even be done? Would you rather spend a year alone in a deep-sea submarine or spend a year alone in a space station? Oh, would you want me to be in a deep-sea submarine surrounded by nothing but water, and I can swim, but I don't think I can swim that well, something goes wrong, versus spending a year alone in a space station? People do that all the time in the International Space Station. I don't know if there's like an international deep-sea submarine, right? Like, this one we know, we have evidence that this one is doable. Would it be something I'd want to do? I don't really know. Because of lack of gravity, there's just certain things that would happen that I'm going to be kind of worried about because there's no gravity to keep them down when they happen. But with the summer, I was going to be like a year too. Why is it always going to be a year? That's a long time, right? You put me in a certain situation, just I'm going to be like, I don't even want to do this for another 2 days, let alone a year. Space station, because I'm going to say it's the Space Colony Arc from Sonic Adventure 2, and then there we go, because this is kind of fictional anyways, right? It's not going to happen, and if it is going to happen, then it's going to be the Space Colony Arc, and that thing is super well furbished, and food and all that is good to go. Nice. Would you rather speak everything in surround sound, or have your own interest theme when you walk into a room? Now, this is back to being a bit of more of a fun question. This is what I can work with. Everything you speak isn't that basically give you like a really, really good radio voice. Think like the rich chocolatey voice of like Black Enola or something like that, right? or something like a nice good, you'd be able to kind of just be good at those kind of voiceovers and dubs and radio stuff and podcasts. You can make a living off. People would love to listen to your voice. It'd be like Morgan Freeman, yeah, but how about this dude over here with the rich, deep, really feel me on a spiritual level voice over here, right? Like, you know what I mean? That being said, have your own entrance theme when you walk into a room. That would get old for other people, but that would probably like never get old for you, depending on the song you chose, right? Like if I chose Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2 to play every time I walked into that would be awesome. I did that already in high school. I don't have it here, but I have an MP3 player, like a Walkman, right? And it has an option where you can switch it to the speaker mode. Drains your battery really, really fast. What I would do when I would go to meet up with my friends before classes would start is I'd put it on speaker mode. I'd play SA2 or Pumpkin Hill from Sonic Adventure 2, put that in my pocket, put the volume all the way up so you could hear it, and then like walk on in like that. It was like, that's my theme song playing in the background. Don't worry about it. And I actually already did this. So that being said, because I do YouTube and I do speak a lot, I will go with this one because I have experienced this one. And I can tell you that one is insanely fun. That's why most people went with it. This one is so much fun, but I actually go with this one because, like I said, this would probably be more useful business-wise. For a story that you're interested in, would you rather read the book or see a film? Now, this is an interesting one. Because, fun fact, I actually do like reading if it's actually interesting, right? Like, part of the reason I don't read as much as I used to is that I just really haven't found a really good book to just sit down and just read and be like, yeah, I love this. Like, I used to read the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket, as an example. I read through, like, most of those books. I read through a good amount of the Harry Potter books. I did a lot of actual reading when I actually really liked what I was enjoying. Like, back when the Star Wars Expanded Universe was a thing, I read through the Thrawn series, actually, where he comes in and tries to reform the Empire after the fall of the Empire and Return of the Jedi. Like, there are books where if I find them, I will read them, and I will find them interesting. I'll just get the whole thing, and I do actually like it. With that being said, it kind of depends, right? Because we kind of have like the Star Wars sequel trilogy right now, which is like not the expanded universe the way it was, but it's still like, you know, they're decent films to go and see. It's still Star Wars at the end of the day, right? And I didn't really see the series of Fortunate Events movie. I read the book still, right? Because like it's kind of like you know, at your own pace. If you don't have 2 hours, 3 hours because you're busy, maybe you only have like a good 15 minutes to read through something at the moment. You can put it down, come back later. I'm gonna actually go with read the book. But I can understand movies. Movies have gotten so good nowadays, the technology and all that, the effects, you know. Alright, I can see that one. If you were in a rough part of town, what is a rough part of town? Excuse you? What hood stranded? I'm sorry, that's not a rough part of town. Here's what it actually, never mind. Okay, arm yourself with the most powerful Nerf guns, or arm yourself with the most powerful Super Soakers. Okay, if we're gonna be talking about these parts of town, neither of these are gonna give you a great result. I don't know if you've seen this movie called Home Alone 3, but the kid takes a bubble gun that looks like a real gun with the bubbles on the top, takes the top part off, spray paints it black, and he does scare the robber. But if you do that in, if we're going to say hood stranded, rough part of town kind of a thing, that's not gonna be a good look for you. It's gonna be a good look for you when you're nice and did up in a suit and everything, staring at the roof of the church in a coffin. I'll say that. You look nice, it'll be a good look then. That'll probably be a great look, very sharp look. But at the moment, probably not a good idea. Super Soakers, at least, people probably won't take you as seriously, at least initially. If you try and draw on them with a Super Soaker, they'll probably be like, who the heck is this? They might still do something because you might look like an idiot, but it might not be like this. Nerf guns, especially the most powerful Nerf guns, I know neither of these involve spray painting the guns to look real, of course, but like still, Super Soakers, I guess if like the summer, it's hot and something like that, people are already like doing cookouts and stuff like this, you can get away with this. Like, you know. Would you rather have the ability to see through anything or the ability to get away with theft? Now, I am not a criminal. I have never done anything even slightly criminalistic, that's a word now, in my existence. I have never even stolen pens from the teacher's desk and forgot to return it and then kept it because I was lazy and nothing, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can't get me with a theft. what kind of theft we're talking here. We're talking about video games. We're talking about cheating. The only person you cheated was yourself. No, okay. I think I would go with the ability to see through anything. Because, like, if I could see through someone's lies and bullcrap when I'm meeting them to know that they're two-facing me just to get them to manipulate me to do something that they want, of course, let's go with that one. But also on a bit more of a serious note, seeing through stuff could have its benefits. It could have its cons, too, but I believe it'd probably be, like, optional. It wouldn't be, like, 24/7. Because I wouldn't want to, like, spoil a gift or something that someone gave me. But I wouldn't want to spoil something if, like, I don't know. If it permitted that it was a good idea to spoil, right? Like, I don't know. Like if I was working security and I needed to make sure people weren't packing water balloons because we specifically said don't bring water balloons into this convention, please. And there's some sort of prank going on where kids are like, we're gonna fill water balloons with slime and we're gonna slime people. And I'd be like, I can see you got the water balloon with the slime over there, kid. Don't do that. Don't do it for the vine. Vine's dead. We wish it wasn't, but it is. Right? Like I think I'd go with that one. And let's try one more to finish the episode. Would you rather not be able to wear clothes or not be able to speak? What the actual heck? Both of these are bad for other people, especially, more so than me, right? Like, I can't wear clothes. I mean, I wouldn't hate myself, but and not be able to speak. There is sign language and stuff, but I'm terrible at sign language. Like, I know the alphabet, I believe. I just skipped a letter. Never mind. I'm doomed. I'm doomed either way. But I guess as I'm getting back in shape, I could go with this one. Not being able to speak when I do YouTube and I need to speak kind of eliminates that option, right? Would you rather launch an atomic bomb, be bombed with an atomic bomb? Well, I was trying to end on like a high note. This ain't really a high note. Like, obviously I wouldn't want to be bombed with an atomic bomb. I'd rather be the one launching an atomic bomb and hope that the people I'm launching it at just really deserve to be bombed with an atomic bomb. Like some vile, malicious, evil space aliens that want to like consume not just humanity but like all living things across the universe. Like, you know what, that's a bit better than being bombed. We can cheat. Would you rather drive 200 miles over the legal drunken limit or drive 200 miles after being awake for 72 hours straight? These are both bad. I cannot in good faith do anything like this. And I should tell you not to do this. This one obviously is not drunk, at least. Some people can go a long time without sleeping and actually still function pretty well. I wouldn't want to do either of these, and I don't condone this. If you're especially underage and you're watching my video, do not do this ever. And also don't do this one either. Can we get like a high note? Okay, maybe this is one. Would you rather be Godzilla or be King Kong? Now, King Kong in like every incarnation has to fight like a giant spider or something. I always see spiders, or like there's the bug pit from Peter Jackson's 2015. I don't want to deal with any of that, so I'm just gonna go with Godzilla. High note, high note, high note. Let's see. Would you rather always dress like royalty or always dress like a pimp? A pimp named Slipback, and it's the Boondocks. Always dress like royalty. I'm kind of too simplistic. I'm not really materialistic. I guess I'll go with this one. High note, high note. Let's go. Would you rather have bright blue hair or have bright blue teeth? Jinx, bright blue hair. Would you rather have triplets or be a triplet? 3 me's. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Let's go. Now it's like lightning round. Would you rather be a nudist or be a never nude? What is a never nude? What is a never nude? What does that mean? Is that like, it's like the opposite? You just never take off clothes ever? It's like in the shower and stuff? You just wash your clothes basically while you're in the shower? I guess? Okay. Get shot, get stabbed? Get shot by a needle. Those aren't fun. Would you rather unearth and loot a corpse finding a Rolex, cheat in a competition winning a Rolex? What are we? Okay, I guess unearth. Would you rather be deaf or be Amish? We're just skipping that one. I want a high note one. Would you rather find $1, read a book? Read a book's great. Would you rather have extremely muscular arms or have extremely muscular legs? This is a good one. Arms. Would you rather never play a game again on your computer or never play a console or portable device. This will be a good one to end on because we're in the middle of building a new PC. As a matter of fact, I don't really play consoles anymore, so if I never had to play again on a console, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world now that I really have everything switched over to PC and gaming and laptop and stuff like that. So with that being said, that'll be the end of this episode. We kind of went the lightning round at the end there, but thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, the actual subscribe button, but I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until next time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching. And actually, let's just do one more if you made it this far in the video. Let's just see. Would you rather eat 50 chicken nuggets or eat 6 Big Macs? The chicken nuggets. My sister claims the chicken nuggets at McDonald's are still good. I'm gonna have to trust them on it. I'm gonna have to trust them on because the Big Macs and the I can't do McDonald's burgers. I can do their chicken tenders that they came out with, like the buttermilk tenders are alright, but I can't do their burgers really anymore. And this is the grilled chicken stuff. So we're gonna have to go with the chicken nuggets. Yep, there we go.